Hello friends, it is time for a garden and beehive update video. Can you believe the sunny weather? After like record-breaking cold temperatures, we have our first day over 70 degrees and it is magical. Yesterday was warm, today is even warmer, tomorrow is supposed to be warm, and then it's going back to cold and rain, so we're just trying to relish these few days, take care of the garden, take care of the bees, and just show you around what things are happening around here in the yard. Let's do a quick tour of the flowers. These petunias are looking nice. You know, it's just been cold, so nothing is growing at like an alarming rate, but they look really nice, add lots of color. My hanging baskets are actually looking fantastic. My mom took care of them while we were out of town, and they're just looking really beautiful. The petunias over here are looking nice as well. My son Everett planted these for Grandma, and the little bear has some petunias in it too. I need to do a little bit of deadheading. My mom has to have begonias because it's pretty much in the shade, but she made this beautiful hanging basket. Love those pansies. Are these begonias, Mom? The middle ones, yeah. Looks pretty.
Impatiens in the front.
Impatiens, and then pansies. Very pretty. Grandpa's getting fishing rods ready for the next fishing adventure.
Getting fishing rod for the fishing adventure. Yes.
We're gonna get into the beehives here in just a moment. They're very active. We're hoping that today is the day that we get to add more boxes so that they can start filling them. That is why I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt and pants. I find my bee suit a little bit scratchy, so I like to wear long sleeves in it, but I'm really hot. Here is the potato patch. I am not seeing any action in the potato patch yet. Like, yep, nothing. Hopefully over the next week, we'll start to get some potatoes popping up. Oh, that feels really behind, the potato patch. We haven't had to do much watering of the garden because we've just been getting rain every day and it's been doing the watering, but it doesn't mean, also means not much has grown. We will need to do some weeding when we get back from camping this week. We'll make sure to give the garden some attention. Now if we can just get a couple more days of sunshine to help things grow. The forecast is not looking great, but I know things are growing today. One thing that has come out with the sunshine and warmer weather is lots of mosquitoes. We were at the cabin recently and there was not a mosquito in sight and it was lovely, and then we came home and we have been eaten alive. Here he comes. Got the key.
Before we get the suits on, we need to prep 2 more boxes. I'm pretty sure by all the activity we saw outside the hives that we're going to need to add whole new boxes.
All right. Okay, we're assessing these deep boxes, and unfortunately we're missing a couple. Mark lended some to a friend, so we're hoping we can find at least one more. This one's in really bad shape, but they can build that up. It'll just take a lot of energy.
A bee.
Oh, yep, there's a bee. We're gonna make do by putting in a little bit smaller one. When do you put those smaller ones on? Later?
After this fills up.
After this fills up.
Yeah, you could stick it in.
Yeah, we just need these to hide from the mosquitoes.
Wear these on our next fishing adventure.
We're thinking that if the mosquitoes get too bad, we may have to sit outside wearing our bee suits. Huh, Weston? Is that keeping you good from the mosquitoes?
enough. Alright, the first step is we gotta take.
Our son Weston is helping us today. He is 8 years old, almost 9.
Slide it back. Okay. And then carefully, we need to just lift this up carefully. You might have something. There we go. Look at that.
Okay, start breaking these apart just a little bit with the other side, kind of like this. Let me show you. Kind of like this, and then break it apart like that. So now do it on the other side so that we can.
This side?
Other side of the box, like the right hand side of the box. Yep. Blow the bees out of the way if they're. And then just, there you go.
Okay. You grab that carefully, not to pinch any bees. And then you put your hand on either side like this. See, I have my hands right there. One on either side. Oh, okay. Yeah. And I can tell there's not much going on. It's really light, not very heavy, Weston. So you can kind of look on the other side.
Not much.
Nope, not much. Yeah, not much. Okay, here, let's set this one down.
Maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit on this one. We're gonna just set it down right here on the other side, West, out of the way. Okay. Okay.
Still not much on that outside one, huh?
No, not a lot, but there's definitely more bees. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Okay, we're gonna slide this just right here on the side. Look at these bees. There's some of them. They're like different varieties.
I got this one.
What do you mean different varieties?
Well, when you get the bees from the apiary, when they send them to you, you kind of get whatever they give you.
That's a lot of
Whatever
honey.
they
That's
shake
a lot
out.
of honey in there.
Yeah, there is. Yep, you can see it. Good spot, Weston. So you get whatever bees were in the hives they should. Uh-oh.
Is that a queen cell?
These right here, we got to be careful and make sure we look right there. That is, they're starting to build a queen cell type thing. And it's not all the way fully developed, but we got to make sure, hey, is the queen okay? Is she there? What's going on? I know. So for right now, Weston, we're just gonna smash
queens are
Are you
those.
gonna leave it? What if you don't have a queen?
They can
Okay.
rebuild them easy.
Okay.
Are like baby queens
That's not a
in there?
full queen cell. That's
Are
like the,
baby queens in there?
not yet.
No, they're
That's
just
like
making it just in case.
a lot of, yeah.
Hopefully we gotta keep a close eye for the queen.
So, anyways, at the
I wouldn't like one of them.
beehive, at the apiary, oh, look at that. So there's a bunch of brood, Weston. You see all that?
That's a good sign.
Which one
Yeah,
are the
fresh brood.
brood?
And I see fresh eggs down in,
Where are the eggs?
well, I saw some. Just like, let's turn it over. Wow, look at all that. See that?
Are those eggs?
Yeah, that's brood. And right in here, Weston, set this down.
I see it.
What?
That's so many eggs.
Yeah, right in here, there's the larva, Weston, right here. That they haven't started.
I see that.
Yeah. Okay. When you get your package of bees in the spring, you get a mixture of whatever bees they dump the hives out of, but you get a queen that's a specific, I want to say race or like variety. And then as she lays all her eggs, over time, all of your bees become that variety. And so I'm starting to see more and more of these bees that are a little bit darker, that are the Carniolan variety that we got, and less of the Italian bees that were probably a lot of the ones that came with the
Interesting.
hive.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was noticing they did look different.
Feel how heavy that is?
Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah, so we
That's
have
a lot of baby bees.
yeah, it's a full frame.
That's a huge one.
That's a drone.
Yeah, those drones are so big.
Yeah.
Are the drones like attack?
No. They go out and mate with queens that are flying around, right?
Yeah.
What are the black things?
Where?
Brown things?
Those
Oh,
are
that's
brood.
just
A different
brood,
type?
I think, yeah. Okay, so those like queen cells can be for different things. It could be the queen's dead, but it also could be that, hey, they're starting to feel cramped, and that, hey, we're running out of space. Wow, this one is really heavy too.
Oh, okay.
Lots of brood in here. A lot of drone brood. See how those ones are a lot taller, Weston?
Yeah.
Like
That's
bubbles.
Are those
Drone-
drones?
Yeah, those are drones.
Can I feel it?
It's
Hold
gonna-
on, we got this could be where the queen is.
Wow,
Definitely
look at
getting
that.
harder to find her because
Yeah,
there's
and
so,
so we
many
have
more
a couple
bees.
of these queen cell things starting right here. I need to turn this around. So
Where
one
are
of
they?
them's kind of hidden right here, down in here.
Yeah.
Get rid of
Oh,
that.
I hope we can find the queen. Are you seeing enough?
Right in here. See how they kind of have this like
Yeah.
that thing right there. Just kind of making sure. Yeah. I think we're gonna add these boxes. They're gonna be happy for that. Yeah, there's a lot going on here in a good way. Yeah, this one's heavy too.
Oh,
I'm gonna see fresh eggs though.
You're not seeing fresh
Well, it's
eggs?
harder to see. You gotta be looking at, I haven't seen any yet. I'm seeing some that are a few days old. I think there might be some here. I'm looking at it the wrong way. Oh, I see some here. Yep.
What is that up there?
That's just drone.
Okay.
Drone brood. Oh, wow, this one's heavy too. So it was light on the other side, but this other far side of the hive.
Yeah, because we always moved them over.
Really heavy too. I mean,
So-
this is tons of stuff here. This is almost all brood too, or is that? Yeah, some honey.
You think they're okay without, you know, we took the syrup away. Are they making enough
Oh,
honey?
yeah, totally.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so there's tons of fresh eggs right in here. That's honey on the
Queen
corner.
in here?
I haven't seen her, but there's a lot of fresh eggs right in there.
Who are those huge ones?
That's a drone.
The drones are huge.
Yeah, see, this queen is laying eggs all over the place,
That's
which is
good.
good. So we haven't found her. I'm not too worried. We're finding fresh eggs. I think those little like queen starter cells were probably because the bees were feeling like they're almost
Cramped.
out of space. They only had
Is
like
that-
one frame. These are all getting pretty full. You can see they have tons. Oh, this is mostly honey. It's uncapped.
That's a lot of honey.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the honey place.
Yep, usually honey is on the edge. So I think it's perfect timing to add those other boxes.
Okay, so we didn't actually physically see the queen, but we saw lots of brood and fresh eggs. So she's in there somewhere. There's just so many more bees now. It is hard to see. And we have determined, hopefully they're making those queen cells because they're feeling cramped. And so we're gonna add this extra box.
All right, here we go, Weston. Kind of blow on that. Get those bees. I don't want to smash them. No, on the sides, right on the edge. Okay, that's good. Okay. All right, they're gonna clean that all out, get it all ready.
So we've gotten questions in the past if the bees in one hive stay with their hive. And as far as we know, yes, they do. Right? Is that?
Yeah, you got to kind of watch for it. It's called drifting, where sometimes the bees will tend, if you get a queen that's really weak, they'll start moving over to another hive. So we can just compare each hive against each other, and if we see if one's really weak, then we can start taking some actions. But right now, so far, both hives have been kind of on the same trajectories.
Got some honey.
I see some baby bees on the second one.
Oh, that's a pollen.
What do you see down there, Weston?
Bees.
Okay, is this a drone or a queen?
That's a starting of a queen, so they just kind of build those in case they need them, and then they can build that out real quick as a queen. So just kind of scrape it out of there. That's all you need to do.
Okay.
Yep. And then in here, there's lots of pollen they're storing. Oh wow,
Wow.
that is heavy with
Yes.
brood, which is good. You want to be really careful, Weston, not to smash bees. So you just,
Very heavy.
wow, this is good. They have really taken off.
What's that yellow one?
Is that some pollen on the legs? Sometimes they have little bits of pollen and stuff.
No, it's like it's very.
Yeah, this is good. I mean, it's a good sign because you can see they're just totally working it. We really definitely need to add space on this hive too.
Let me help you and then I'll hand it to you. Okay, it's very heavy.
Oh wow.
You got it?
You need to put your hand underneath those tabs. One hand underneath each tab. Yeah, like that.
Oh, these gloves are not.
Get holes. Wow, Weston. What do you see?
Lots of bees. and
Lots of brood.
eggs.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Thank you. This one I feel like almost everything is capped. Yeah.
So cool.
I am sweating.
They're gonna have so many bees.
That is good. So here we got a whole frame of brood, and they say that you can trade a frame of honey for a frame of brood. So it takes about as much honey as a whole frame of that for the colony to use up all that energy to build more bees. But you're wanting, at this time of year, you're wanting to trade that in. You want to build more and more bees as fast as you can so that you can get a honey harvest in the fall. Even though we're, you know, tearing apart the hive, they're pretty mellow. They're not hitting at us.
We're not tearing apart the hive.
Well,
we are.
if they get mad at you, Weston, you can feel them trying to hit the front of your mask, like, or your veil, just like this.
Okay.
So now they're just kind of flying around. They're
You
fine.
need to check and make sure there's...
Yeah, can I see?
Dad, do you
Here,
think
Weston, you hold this.
Dad, do you think some of these bees go into that bee hive?
They mostly don't. That's what they found.
Tons of little brood here. Oh, I see fresh eggs.
Oh, good.
Has he?
Well, sure. Okay, so the fresh eggs are... That's hard. Let me hold one hand. The fresh eggs are right in this corner here. You just see a white little dot in those cells. You see this white dot against the black? So up in here you can see the little worm looking things. That's brood that's not capped. And then right here, these little white dots. That's the queen laid that egg 1 day ago or less.
That's good.
That's good that the queen's still here.
Yes.
Oh, here's the queen. I found the queen. Right
Oh,
there.
good job. Where is she?
Right here.
Okay, I
Right
see.
by my head.
So there's the queen right there with the red dot.
So this box we just added,
Oh, Dad.
are we hoping that's filled with honey?
Yeah. There'll be some brood, and if it's really good, we'll put some small boxes on top. But this top one will start be filling with honey. And
will they always keep putting the brood in the bottom as long as they can?
She may start doing that, putting brood up higher too.
Okay.
So we have a couple options that we can share in subsequent videos about how to make sure our brood and our honey don't get mixed together. So.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep. Wait, Weston, let me kind of take the bee off.
Hold on, he wants a drink.
Okay.
It's hot out here. Have to help Weston get a drink. We can kind of stick the water bottle.
So refreshing.
Will you help me? Actually, I will just, oh.
I know how to do. Oh.
I got so thirsty. I'm just drinking through the veil.
I can taste honey through this.
You can taste honey on yours? Feels kind of funny, but, oh, you're pushing on it. You gotta just drink straight. I need to remember to put my hair up before I do this beekeeping because it's like all in my face, but I can't really do anything about it unless I unzip. It's kind of annoying. Another beehive check done. I'm happy they're doing so well. We had a friend recently that Mark's helping learn how to beekeep, and his hives were not doing so well, and he realized he lost his queen. And it takes a while to make a new queen. Let's ask Mark how long when we get up there. But he was able to go and buy a new queen to put in his hive. And as long as they accept the queen, that can be a good alternative if someone has them for sale. And he was able to get one. Okay, Mark, how many days does it take to make a new queen?
It takes about 2 weeks. And so if you check your hive at least every 10 days, and usually weekly, you can catch it. And then regular worker bees are 21 days, and drones are 27 or something like that. So
it's best just to buy a new queen if possible, just because 2 weeks is a long time in Alaska beekeeping, right?
yeah, in Alaska it's best to buy a new queen because it's more than actually 2 weeks. The queen has to grow and emerge, and then she has to fly out and do her mating flights and hope that she can find, you know, a male bee from another hive to mate with, and then come back, and it's pretty treacherous, and some of the queens will die. And so it's if you have like 3 or 4 queens and they all fly out, they come back and they have a fight to the death because only one queen will last, and so it's pretty perilous. So it's a lot easier just to get a queen from a supplier. And
when we get our queens from the supplier, have they already taken their maiden flight?
yeah, they've taken their mating flights, and then they come back and they make sure they lay at least 1 frame of brood to make sure they're actually good.
Oh, before they package them up.
Because you can have an unmated queen that'll start laying eggs, and they'll all be drone bees. So a queen, if she's not mated, can still lay eggs, but they're all drones. they're all male.
So they check that before they send them out. That's interesting.
Yep.
I called it the maiden flight, but it's the mating flight.
Yeah.
I was saying that wrong.
It's okay. Yeah.
All right. It is a maiden flight for mating.
It's a perilous journey.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh, I took my glove off and I immediately got bit by a mosquito.
I took my head off and I immediately got hit by a bug.
Ah.
These bugs.
Weston, I am very impressed with how calm you are around the bees.
They're cute.
You think they're cute? Yeah, they are. I find it, I thought that I would find it more like, feel like scared when you're around the bees, but I actually find it quite calming, that hum around you. I don't feel nervous at all. It just is a calm thing. I don't know. But they can sense if you're calm or not, so it's good. You need to be calm.
It's so fun. For the fun.
Thanks for helping. I'm gonna take these fishing waders over to Grandpa in case I decide to do some fishing the next couple days.
I need my waders.
Weston, Grandpa has these boots. They look about the right size. You should try them on with your waders. You can only use them in the saltwater though. Okay. These have the felt soles, and those are outlawed in Alaska because microorganisms and stuff could like attach from one river and they transfer them to another. So you can only use these in the saltwater now.
They're allowed in the saltwater?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Just not in the rivers.
Yeah, the risk was there was like different diseases that got carried from river to river in the
and from people coming out from lower 48.
Yeah, people from lower 48 coming up here, and their stuff was still wet, and they would go wade in the rivers up here, and it could introduce diseases and stuff. Here, why don't you take those over there with Grandpa?
Now that the boys are getting older and more of them are getting into fishing, it's just one more thing that we have to keep track of, making sure everybody has some waders to wear when we're going fishing that fit them, keep them dry. They all get holes in them eventually. We patch them up the best we can. Usually you just have to deal with a little bit of a wet leg or something. You just kind of learn where the hole is and try and not go in above that hole, but fishing waders are just one more thing we keep track of, just like rain suits, snow suits, part of the Alaskan wardrobe if you're an active family. See here, Grandpa is patching a hole, trying to make it so that they don't leak.
That's shoe goo.
And then what's this? This saying they're a size 10?
Those are size 10.
Grandpa likes to keep lots on hand for people to use. Oh, you guys are riding together. We're gonna see if Everett will ride this Pro Pilot.
No, it's not.
It's so much bigger than
No, I mean with me, not with you crazy boys. Makes me happy to see these beehives stacked a little higher. It's a sign of summer. We're moving into summer. It's been late. It's just, we've had record-breaking cold weather this summer in Alaska. It's just been kind of mind-blowing. So days like this, we're just trying to soak it up. Except for my children. They say, it's too hot. It's too hot.
Yeah, let's try this.
Everett is gonna try this Pro Pilot bike for the first time. See if we can take him on a bike ride.
Too high still.
Still high? Okay.
It did look a little bit high.
Yep. Okay, we just keep trying.
But here's the thing, Everett.
Too hot. Too low.
You don't ever jump off. You have to communicate with whoever's biking with you and say, please stop, and then they will help you get off safely, okay? You can't just jump off
first, and then we'll go out to the road, okay?
Your most important part is just holding on.
And then if you pedal, that's bonus. That helps.
Only forward. Only forward. You're going backwards. Forward. There you go.
Help him riding a bike.
He might. It might help him get the feeling down.
Well, he lets him know how to pedal.
Man, are you pedaling? I feel like you're helping. Are you helping?
Yeah.
I think you guys need to go out to the road.
Look at, we did a little bit of a corner here in the... Oh yeah. Let's go around the driveway first. Yeah, I can feel you pedaling. That's great.
Hey, good job. Wow. How'd you learn all those cool moves? Just practicing? Trying to take this out to the cherry tree, but I didn't realize the handle was broken, and it's just kind of causing more problems. It's not working very well. Okay, so if you saw my raspberry video a couple weeks ago, we got these raspberries, all the old canes cut away and tied up, and there are little buds, which is such a good sign. Everything's got tons of leaves. It's looking really, really good. Hey, look at you. How do you like it?
I like it. I care a lot.
Okay,
You like
should we
it?
take that with us camping?
Mom knows how to ride this bike, and she's good at pulling.
That would probably be really good for us getting around town.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
It seems to be working okay. It's,
So yes, the raspberries, we probably need to mow through them, and the next time the boys mow the lawn. They mowed here along the edge, but so far our tree is looking good. And no moose have gotten in, so that's good. I'm gonna give it some water. I replanted some of these raspberries out of our garden, and a lot of them are looking really good. This one's looking good, looking good. So that was a success, hopefully. So these plants here are actually next year's plants, so we won't get any fruit from these ones, but hopefully they'll grow big and tall, and then they'll send up new shoots and give us berries in the future. Just so happy seeing all these little buds getting ready for fruit in the fall. Let's give this cherry tree some water. We don't really water our raspberries. They tend to be really good with just the rain, and then this is kind of a lower spot in our yard, and so it is wetter, and they've always just done really well here. It's probably why the original owners put them in here. Oh, hi! Westy's getting a ride. I see Everett zooming around out here on a scooter. I tried some cherry jam that my mother-in-law made from that type of cherry tree while we were at the cabin, and it was so delicious. So it makes me excited to get some cherries. I don't think it'll be this year, but hopefully by next year, maybe, fingers crossed, we might have some cherries.
I'm a shark.
Ah, shark circling me.
I just think, what?
I just had water in it. I was watering the cherry tree. Just need a little break. Okay, we need to make sure we pack your helmet, okay?
Me too.
Make sure it makes it into the van.
What?
Make sure your helmet makes it into the van. Okay, I'm gonna take that. Oh, that's probably more comfortable. Where are your glasses? Have you found your sports mode glasses? We need to find those before we leave tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna take this bucket back, okay? Thank you. Scooter on, dude. One thing we're having to do over these few days that we're home in between camping trips, we just got back from our cabin, we're heading on a different camping trip, is get all the laundry through. We gotta keep it going because most of the stuff we took to the cabin is what we wanna take with us camping. It's our camping clothes. Ow! Hello, Miss Luna. Oh, careful, don't roll off. You're trying to flirt with me. You almost rolled off the chair. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah, I know. You know something's up. You always know when Mama's gonna leave, huh? Promise, after this week, I'll be home for a week, okay? Love you. We love you. Daddy will be home with you this week though. He won't be all alone. Right, out on the deck, the flowers are all looking good too. Trying to keep them watered. With our mint. Maybe use this parsley, it's looking a little dry and sad. So you might be wondering why we are doing these like back-to-back camping trips. Number one, this is summer in Alaska. We just go nonstop. That's just how we are. And you have to plan a lot of things far in advance. So at the end of winter, Mark and I sit down and block off trips to the cabin first, and then we block off, you know, any hunting trips and things like that so that we know how our summer is going to look. And then I consult with my parents. We find a week to go to Seward together with my sister and any other family that's here. So we fit those in, and you have to reserve camping spots months in advance. So sometimes these trips fall back to back. We at least try and give ourselves 1 to 2 days in between to do the laundry, you know, buy new food and turn around and go on the next adventure. It's just how I've always rolled. Even when the kids were little, we just go and we have fun. And when people ask me how I survive winter in Alaska, by the end of this summer, I'm so exhausted from all of our adventures that I'm kind of ready for some darkness and more sleep and yeah, all that stuff. So we just do these back-to-back adventures. We do give ourselves buffer weeks if possible, but that doesn't always happen. Sometimes I go with Mark. My husband does have a full-time job. He's an accountant. He's the CFO of a corporation. So he does have to go to work. He has time built up to be able to take time off. Often we go on vacations that are like coincide with his work trips so that he can save his time off for during the summer and hunting season. So you might think, Mark does he ever go to work? When he's home, he's working and he works really hard so that he can leave. He also has really good coworkers that pick up the slack when he's gone, and then he, you know, covers their jobs when they're gone. So it all works out and we have these summer adventures, but Mark is not coming with us in the week ahead. I just can't wait to tell you what we're actually doing. So last week at the cabin, I got all this rhubarb. I have big plans for this rhubarb, but because we only have, you know, a day to flip everything, I'm just gonna cut it up and put it in the freezer. I want to juice it with our Danish juicer, and I wanna make some like jam, and then we'll have some pies and stuff out of it. But for now, I just gotta get it put away so that it doesn't go bad. So I'm gonna cut these into small pieces because when I juice them, I would need to cut them anyways. And then I'm just gonna put them in gallon-sized Ziploc bags. We have a rhubarb plant here at home, but it has never done well because we've moved it too many times. We moved it when we did the home remodel, and then we had to move it last summer when our neighbors built a fence. So it just never has done great. And this rhubarb from our friends at the cabin is just so beautiful. So I mentioned that I have kind of a surprise for this trip. I am renting a motorhome. I'm always looking for ways to give my viewers tips about visiting Alaska. And so that is why my husband and I went on a cruise this spring. We wanted to see what it was like going on an Alaska cruise, and we had a fantastic time. And then I got the idea, I wanted to see what it was like to rent a motorhome and use that for your vacation in Alaska. So I have rented a motorhome, and I'm gonna show you all about it on our camping trip this week. So I'm really excited to just see how it goes. I'm also a little bit nervous. I've never driven a big motorhome like this, but the boys and I are going to be camping in luxury in a motorhome. My parents will be there with their travel trailer. My brother and sister-in-law and two of their children will also be there with us. If you watched our cabin video, Jocelyn, that came with us to the cabin, will be there with us. And we will also have my sister's kids with us. She has to work next week, but there's gonna be lots of cousins, lots of fun, and we're really excited. So as I was saying, today is the warmest day we've had all summer. My kids are kind of dying. Alaska kids don't handle the heat very well. And Hunter asked if I would make a little like Jamba juice smoothie that I've been making lately. Today seems like the perfect day for one. So I'm gonna mix it up and show you. I do have exact measurements, like for one serving. I'll put that down in the description below. But I use this peach and white cranberry juice cocktail, some sherbet, and this Costco blend, and some milk for a little sweet treat. Sometimes I will make it without the strawberries because it gives it a different taste. And then when I get down to like all strawberries, we'll make a different kind of smoothie, but I just mostly use the peaches and mangoes and pineapple. So we don't have Jamba juice in Alaska. We always get them when we go to Arizona to visit my parents. And so when we miss it, we make ourselves some little Jamba juices. I got a little bit of juice. I'll make a little bit more. Strawberries. This time I'm using the strawberries because we're getting low on all the other fruit. Here. Our time is 10 o'clock.
Wait, so there's a certain time we have to eat it?
That's when they, yes, because they have people coming, they'll have people ready. It's gonna take probably half an hour.
If ever.
How's the smoothie? Cooling you off?
Not too cold.
What's your rating?
10 out of 10.
Woo!
Actually, not 10 out of 10. 9 out of 9, but it's too cold.
Too cold. You better go eat it outside where you are too hot.
1 million. 1 million out of 100.
It's actually cooled off quite a bit out here. And our evenings are packed here in the summertime when we are home.
What is it?
Like strawberry, peach,
Yeah.
mango, all the things. So Mark purchased this boat in the middle of the winter and he thought it would run, and it has run, but he's been working on it so that we can take the boys out inner tubing wakeboarding.
We've taken 4 trips and it's gotten progressively better. Each time I've figured out things I gotta tinker with, but now it's starting to run really well. And we picked up a wakeboard used and we're able to pull the kids. And
So Mark and the boys have been out 4 times. It has never been warm enough to make me want to sit out in a boat on the lake. Like today would have been perfect. We just didn't have enough time this evening. We got too many things going on. But yeah, I'm excited to get to check this thing out later in the summertime.
so for reference, I took the boys out. I had a beanie hat on, a warm jacket, and a rain jacket, and the boys had their 7mm wetsuits on. And they were having a ball, and I was having a good time too, but it was cold. Yeah, I got this thing. It was kind of a gamble because it was in the winter, it was frozen, it was like covered in ice, and we couldn't really even start it. And so I was like, I don't know, you know, for what I paid for it. It actually was a package deal. This boat, the motor, the trailer, and these 2 kayaks over there for $1,500. And
These kayaks are actually almost worth $1,500, aren't they?
no, the kayaks are worth maybe like 500,
Oh, okay.
600 bucks. But still, they're
But
great.
still, they're really,
Yeah.
but to get all that for $1,500.
Yep. And so I've had to do things. I had to fix the wiring of the trailer, change the spark plugs, mess with the carburetor, change a bunch of wiring in the boat. But hey, it's gonna be fun. It's a 40-year-old boat, and I have no idea how old the motor is.
So this is a lake boat. This is for going in some of the lakes around here. Not many lakes in the area we live or Anchorage allow boats. There's a few. Some of them are on like lakes where you have to own a house on the lake. But if you go north from us into Palmer and Wasilla, you can find some lakes. So hopefully we'll get to take you on an adventure out there sometime this summer. Once we, you know, get off this camping trip and the next camping trip. Maybe sometime next month. (10:15 at night), still really sunny out here. Oh my goodness, this car is packed.
This isn't in the right spot.
Whew, what a full afternoon. What a beautiful day. It is still sunny outside. The midnight sun has us going nonstop, but the beautiful sunshine today was great for the garden, great for the bees, and great for just our morale. To see the sunshine and feel the warmth felt really, really good. Thank you so much for spending time with us. We're so grateful for each and every one of you, and we'll see you again real soon for more of This Alaska Life. The adventure continues this summer. Yeah, I know you wish you were coming, huh? Yes. You can get yourself in my bag so that you can come along. You can pack yourself up.
What? You go to bed, so I can fix what I need to finish.
It's 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, and I'm trying to get these kids to come inside and go to bed. Hey guys, it's time for bed. It's 10:30 at night. This is Alaska kids.
Grandma was telling me, you need to go to bed.
Yeah, you got cool stuff to do. Come on, Everett. It's 10:30 at night. Let's go.
I don't need to.
Are you tired?
No, we're playing Zelda.
I have a juice attachment.
No, enough. Let's go inside.
My
Look at that. It's 10:25. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Light bulb! Ding, 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 ding!
Remote bomb! Oh no!
Hey, I'm gonna Gannon you guys. Hey, I'm Gannon. Come follow me inside.
3, 2, 1, come on!